broke the cork off.
Oh, that's puke. Ugh.
Okay. I don't know what to do. Maybe I'm just sensing some umami on this. Because, ooh, mama, that's good. I still haven't found my first Blanton's. Hey, it's Thursday. We're here on time. And tonight, we're going to do Barrell. I know, this is a barrel proof from Barrell. So it's barrel proof. This is my brother Daryl and my other brother Daryl. It's my brother Barrell and my other brother Barrell. This one doesn't come with any kind of foil on it or plastic, so you can just kind of just twist it and be good to go. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, so Barrell. What is Barrell? I don't know a lot about them. I did some looking online, and what I found is that they are a blending company. Their spirits are distilled in Kentucky. They are aged in Kentucky. This one particularly is 9.5 years, I think. I don't know if it'll say on the label or not. It might. Nope, 5 years. This is a 5-year. 118.84 proof is what this one is. I'm going to guess it's Dickel. George Dickel. I'm going to guess it comes from their distillery. I don't know that for a fact, but it's Tennessee is where it's done, and Dickel is probably one of the largest distillers in Tennessee, other than Jack Daniels. But Jack Daniels runs everything through the Lincoln County process, whereas Dickel will distill things and not run it through that Tennessee process. They'll just distill. And then, like I say, they're one of the largest distillers in Tennessee. So I just educated guess. I'll find out more soon. I'm about to embark on that next journey, becoming an executive bourbon steward. That happens May 19th. Settle down. It's okay. But anyway, we're going to do that, and maybe I'll find out more about the size of distillers and all that stuff. I don't know. We'll find out. It's a full day of training, so it's going to be really, really fun. So here's what they say about Barrell Craft Spirits. They have an unrelenting drive to break the status quo by selecting and blending products that explore different distillation methods, barrels, and aging environments. All blends are not created equal. Knowledge and experience matters. We don't simply follow a recipe or blend by consensus. Rather, we blend based on years of expertise and experimentation, personally tasting and blending hundreds of products each year, and they've experimented with thousands of unique blends over the past 10 years. Passionate perfectionists fueled by curiosity. Now, they do have some products that are regularly on the shelf. Vantage, Seagrass, some of those. The single barrel is one that I would assume is out of their original mash bill. And that's a little bit tough to find, but if there is a possibility that this is the original mash bill, 70% corn, 25% rye, 5% malted barley. It's low on the barley and a little on the high side on the rye. I cannot guarantee that that's the mash bill in this bottle. I can't guarantee that's the mash bill that they kind of go to, because there's some that they blend from a bunch of different mash bills of different ages. I mean, these guys blend. That's what they do. I don't have a problem with that. I would like to know more about what's in it, but I mean, like some of that stuff that you get, the Remus stuff, you've got batch after batch after batch after batch that's all different mash bills over it gets crazy. It gets crazy how much is in there, and then you start to explain it, and the percentages of this mash bill and this mash bill is this, the percentage of this mash bill and this mash bill, it starts to make the head spin. So with blended bottles like this one, I tend to pay a little less attention to the mash bill and just want to get into it a little bit. Again, this is a private barrel pick. It is a single barrel. This was before they started calling it private barrels. This was just a single barrel, and it comes from the Party Source in Bellevue, Kentucky. What they do with the private label program is they'll let these groups stores, if it's allowed. In Ohio, that's not allowed, but groups can. And they go in and they select a barrel. And there were a number of barrels that Ohio selected. And no, this is not Ohio. Duh. This is the one. This was a store. This is a store in northern Kentucky, right across the river, the Ohio River from Cincinnati, called the Party Source. It is the largest liquor store in Kentucky. But it's not just liquor. I mean, they've got wine and they've got beer and they've got cordials and they've got all the stuff. But it's definitely an adult Walmart. There's a lot. They have a lot. And their liquor, their spirits collection is quite large, and it's fun to go there. And they have stuff there that you can't find other places. Now, will you find a Weller Red, an Antique 107? No. No. You'll got a better chance of finding one of those in Ohio than you do anywhere else. But anyhow, so this is their pick. They went to the distillery, I guess, in Tennessee, did a barrel pick, and put their name on it. And that's what Barrell does with their private label now, is they'll just go to a distillery and that's that. So we're going to try it. So I've been playing phone tag with the distillery that we're supposed to be going to, hopefully soon. I don't know when it's going to happen. So we're going to keep picking barrels or bottles to try, and hoping that eventually we'll, say, hey, we can't do that bottle this week because we're going to be at a distillery. It'll happen eventually. I'm confident. Okay. All right. Ooh, vanilla is really hitting me hard on this one. Yeah, really nice. And again, I really try to do stuff that everybody can pick up and enjoy. Not everybody's going to get this one, and this was a special barrel pick from years ago. I just have never opened it, and it doesn't even say what year. But I'm going to guess 2020, 2021, maybe 22. So I know you can't drink this one with me, but if you got another Barrell product in your house, you can drink that one along with me. All right. Yeah, and I'll try to do something a little more inclusive next time, something that you can easily go find and drink with me. All right. Really, really nice caramel note. Caramel, if you have a degree. Beautiful, actually. Some nice, the cinnamons are blended nicely. It's not beating me over the head with cinnamon. There is a fruit note, black cherry, but you got to really look for it. Actually, fig. I don't get that note very often, but I went looking for fruit notes, and fig is what I found. It went, surprise! Okay. Yeah, undoubtedly fig. Okay. And I do like figs. At least inside a Newton I do. I don't know what they taste like when they haven't been processed and thrown inside of a cookie. I had no idea. Okay. That bloom was so slow. It's 118 proof, and I took that sip, and I'm thinking, where's it going to be? Where's it going to come? It's 118 proof. Where is it? And then, like it's on an exit ramp. Oh, that was so cool. That was fun. I know. Things that I find fun are not the same as what other people find fun. I found that fun. I'm going to do it again. It won't be the same, but I'm going to do it again. Really slow. Again, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful bloom. Wonderful mouthfeel. Texture's fantastic. Slightly oily. Yeah, it's really nice in the mouth. All right. It is a warm one, though, and so the best way to taste it is probably early on before that bloom starts to set back in. Right now on the finish, I'm getting marshmallow, which, understand something. I don't like marshmallows. I can't stand them. But when I give you that note in a bourbon, it's actually quite pleasant. The notes that we give on bourbons don't necessarily mean that that's what we taste. It's what it reminds you of. And I've talked about this before, but we get new viewers all the time. And, you know, some people may just take a sip and go, oh, I really like that, and not know why. I got a discerning palate. I'm able to pull things out of it. Not everybody can do that, and that's fine. If you like it, great. If you don't like it, okay. Then you've made your choice. But I like to be able to pull out the different notes, and I've been doing it for a long time. Not just on bourbon, but on wine before this. And I enjoy pulling out those notes. So on this one, on the finish, I'm getting some marshmallow. And strangely enough, a little tobacco. It's balancing out that sweet marshmallow. This one's actually kind of hard to taste because it's 118 proof. It's hot. And you try to find these flavors on it, and it starts to overwhelm you with the heat. And the more I sip on it, the faster that heat seems to come. I don't have the reprieve of time. So I'm not able to pull out real notes like I would like to. So instead, we're going to jump into the water a little bit early because I want to knock it down a notch. Matter of fact, I think with this one, because I'm not necessarily looking to open it up as much as I am to tamp it down, I'm going to add quite a bit of water to this one. I'm going to add like a milliliter. I want to knock it down so I can taste it. It will do that on its own. Stag did that. Nulu did that. They were all really hot when we started with them. And over time, just sitting there, they do tend to bring themselves down and become drinkable. Stag particularly is just I'm numb right here. Stag in particular just became, over time, just became absolutely delicious. And that's still up there. It's like 124 proof itself, I think. I don't remember. It's been a while. But I could get up and go look. But I'm not gonna. Anyhow, so we knocked it down. Let's mix a little water in with it here. All right, see what that did to it. It helped. Oh boy, I'm getting orange zest. I'm getting honey. That black cherry note is coming out. I'm not getting the fig. Still warm. I added a milliliter of water to that thing, and it's still warm. It's a hottie. But it's quite good. If you like hot drinks, this is a good one. It's not just the proof, it's also the high rye. That high rye is going to add that spice to it as well. It's going to make it seem even hotter than the 118 that it is, and that's not saying much. I mean, it's 118 proof. It's hot. But that's 20% rye, if that is indeed the mash bill of this bottle. That's the caveat right there. We don't know if that's actually the mash bill of this bottle or not. And being that it's a private label, we'll never know. It's not something that you can compare to anything else, because that's what Barrell does. They blend. Lots. and what this group might put out for their private barrel, somebody else is going to pick a different one. So they're all going to be different. The wood's going to be different. The age is going to be different. The proof is going to be different. I can tell you that this is not one I'm going to speed through. First of all, because it's super hot. My lips are numb on the inside. But this is the only one like it. So, well, I mean, they had the only pick. I don't know how many bottles they got out of it. Typically, there are a few hundred bottles you can get out of a barrel. Really nice, typical notes with the addition of the honey and that black cherry. Yeah, this is nice. I've liked everything that I've tried from Barrell, and they're all cask strength if I understand it correctly. I think. Well, now there's one that's foolproof. They have one that they call foolproof, which is not cask strength. A little bit different. I don't remember how they described it, but foolproof has to do with the barrel entry ABV. So they may only put it in 110 proof, sits for however long it sits, and what they get out of it is what they get out of it. It's something like that. And Benchmark does the same thing. They call it foolproof, not barrel proof, because it's just a little bit different. Excuse me. All right. So added water to it, got some really nice notes out of it. It is ice sphere time. Gorgeous ice sphere. This one just came out of the mold. I just put the mold back in the freezer, and I'm telling you, if you guys don't do this, look at, and gals, look at the elegance of this. You up your game when you do a clear ice cube or a clear ice sphere. Very simple. And now my hands are wet. Not my smartest move. That thing continues to spin. Good, I won't have to do much as it gets my bourbon code. Typically, ice will mute flavors. So let's see what this does on 118.84 proof. It's almost 119 proof. We'll do the customary finger stir. I didn't put a lot in there, but that's okay. It's not cold enough yet. Still tastes the same. Didn't do anything. Put a little more on it. Little bit more, little bit more, little bit more, little bit more. It's a fun song. If you don't know that song, you ought to look it up. I heard it on a commercial one time, and back when I still had cable and I was getting commercials, you would see all these innovative commercials with all these songs, and it turns out that these songs are from artists. They have albums, they have whatever else, and they use these songs. There's a bunch of those. Is this the way life's meant to be? That was a song that made, I think, into a AT&T or an AEP or some sort of power commercial. I don't know. American Electric Power. I don't know. It was something, but it was a popular song at the time. And, well, they made it popular. These are all fringe bands, and these songs may be years old by the time these people finally find it and they put it in the commercials. Well, A Little Bit More is one of those. And I could look it up and find out who it... You know what? If I still have it on my phone, I may not even have it on my phone anymore. Search. Little... Okay, let's do a little bit. I don't have it in here. Waste of energy and time. Sorry. Let's stir this with a finger. If you can reach through the screen, just pull that egg off my face, will you? Just... Yes. Yeah, you can lick it off. Just go ahead. Just go ahead. Thank you. Don't you love live? And I know YouTube, you're not seeing it live, but I don't edit these to take out my embarrassing moments or stupidity. What you see is what you get. I'm authentic like that. The only thing I'll do on YouTube is like take out pauses where I get up because I forgot something, or and I'll add context. Like if I've talked about a bourbon, like I talked about the seagrass. So enjoy this flashback. Okay. Barrel proof bourbon on ice. It's muted, but the flavors are actually really nice. That rye spice is holding up very nicely. Again, it's a blend, and I'm not getting anything specific on the ice. There's nothing I can like take a note and go, that's what I'm getting, that's what I'm getting. Vanilla came back some. So I guess I lied. There are some notes I'm getting, but vanilla came back a little bit. That tobacco note's still there. And again, that note on bourbon is different than if you're chewing on a tobacco leaf. I promise you. Get to the point where you can start tasting bourbon and pulling out the notes, and you'll understand what I'm talking about. And I'm going to be trained even more on May 19th when I become an executive bourbon steward. So I'll be able to pick out those notes even more, and then I'll just be annoying. At that point, I'll just be annoying. I used to work with somebody in the liquor store who just disputed that there were any notes. There's no vanilla, there's no caramel, it's just bourbon. That all tastes the same. Say what? She's wrong. And then she hated it when I would say, it has a silky mouthfeel. She would literally go, what? And she was not somebody who could do that. If I did that in front of her, she would like gag for real and want to get sick. So for her to go, just made it all the more funny. All right. Boy, it's cold. I went to the dentist this week, so the roots of my teeth are like all sensitive. All right. Anyway, so which one are we going to pick next week? Let me look at what we got here. Let me look. See if I can find something that's accessible to all. This will do. I've been wanting to try this one anyway. I will tell you, I went out of my way to get this one. A friend of mine who may be watching, thank you. I was looking for so Old Elk came out with two versions of a cigar cut. There's a cigar cut, and then there's another one that is named similarly. And I don't remember the name of it. I'll know it next week. But they came out with this other cut, and a friend of mine found a place where they were selling them for ridiculously low prices compared to what I could get them for here. So he picked it up for me. I went and got it, and he asked me specifically, do you want this one or do you want this one? I said, I want this one, because this is the one they were talking about on the interwebs. So I asked for this one. This is the Old Elk Cigar Cut. I've had this for a while, just like a lot of them. I think a year and a half. And it's time for me to finally open this bad boy. So if you have access to a liquor store with Old Elk Cigar Cut, I would encourage you to pick one up. Now, I will tell you, I know, Old Elk is not inexpensive at all. Old Elk is not cheap. This is a premium brand. And I tell you, I've liked just about everything I've ever had out of Old Elk. I like this company. I like what they put out. The possible exception would be the sherry cask. Not a fan of that one. The rum cask is decadent. It's unbelievable. But we're going to try this one. If we're not at our distillery next Thursday, we'll do this one, the Old Elk Cigar Cut. So I hope you are able to join me and check it out. And if not, that's fine. We're on Memorex on YouTube. Facebook, of course, is getting rid of all the live videos. They're just tanking them all for whatever stupidity that is. Giving all the video business to YouTube. YouTube. Okay, fine. That's why we do it. That's why we put these up on YouTube as well, because Facebook cannot be relied upon to hold on to a library of content any longer. Thank you, YouTube. Facebook. All right, gang. That's it for this time. We're going to come back with Old Elk next Saturday, or next Thursday, or we'll be at a distillery. We will find out then. In the meantime, have a great what's left of your week, and we'll see you.